has been associated with an Ashley Madison account, a website made for spouses who want to have an affair. I'm here to clarify some of this with you guys because I owe it to you. I did make the account. I made the account 2 years ago. This is an issue that is in our past. This was before I got onto YouTube. I've brought this to my church at the time when I first started the church that I'm at now. This has been brought to my discipleship partner. This was brought to my wife's attention. She has forgiven me for this mistake that I made in opening the account. I've sought forgiveness to God and He's forgiven me. So I've been completely cleansed of this sin. And also, I need to be clear that I've never met with a single person face to face through that website, and that I never had an affair with anybody ever.
Hey friends, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Monday, May 13th, 2024. Well, as a super cool benefit I had because of working with Netflix on a series coming up later this month, I was actually granted access to a new release before it came out about the Ashley Madison scandal and hack that occurred back in 2015 related to the cheating website Ashley Madison. Now, I'm not sure what the latest push is for series about the scandal because Hulu did a series on it last year. Sam is of this belief that he is redeemed, and so therefore this series is going to paint his redemption and show the redemption arc of Sam and Nia. Fortunately or unfortunately for Sam and Nia, the show paints Sam kind of exactly as who he is. In the series, he comes off arrogant, admittedly narcissistic, and someone that was chasing adrenaline, fame, attention, and wanted women praise of him. Basically saying, I wanted a bunch of women outside of marriage to fawn all over me because I needed to feed off of what they gave to me. In many words, saying I needed some narcissistic supply to remind me that I'm a hot piece of something. And by the way, I'm over on my YouTube channel praising the Lord, singing Frozen, and doing all these videos acting like I'm the perfect father. So their story kind of discusses their meteoric rise on YouTube. Their channel has, I think, over 2 million subscribers, though their videos today don't do that well. And the reason why they don't do that well is because they were caught up in a bunch of scandals, not just the Ashley Madison scandal. They shot to fame with a video of them singing, lip syncing to the song Frozen. And the title was like good looking married couple or good looking parents sing Frozen or something like that. And the video did amazing, right? And Sam said that his fame on YouTube is what stopped him from cheating or wanting to cheat on Nia for a period of time. His stories about infidelity vacillate and change throughout the series, so bear with me. Sam and Nia's channel was known for in the last several years faking content or being, I guess, questioned about the content that they make and whether or not it's legitimate. For instance, one of their biggest videos had to do with Sam claiming that he was able to take a pregnancy test for his wife by taking water from a toilet bowl in the morning and putting it on a pregnancy test and then showing a positive test to his wife and then telling her that she was pregnant. And because normally a man doesn't know before a wife that his wife is pregnant, the video went viral. A couple days after they posted that video, they did another video claiming they had just had a miscarriage. And then a month later, she was pregnant for real that time. And people were very confused about the timeline. Doctors went on record and said that the kits that he was using to test the pregnancy would probably give false positives and false negatives, and that water diluted from the toilet bowl cannot have the appropriate levels of pregnancy hormone detected on those tests. The manufacturer went on record and basically said it wasn't possible. But to this day, Sam and Nia assert that they had the pregnancy and they had a miscarriage. And they even talk about the pregnancy and miscarriage in this series. So they are holding tight to their story that they did not fake a pregnancy for views and they did not have a miscarriage for views. It's hard to believe a lot of what they say, though, because Sam is admitted lying, and he admits to lying in the series, and he admits to lying to Nia a lot. He admits to lying to the public a lot, and he just admits to being a big fat cheater. So imagine it's 2015 and Nia and Sam are literally just getting busted for this allegedly fake pregnancy and maybe a fake miscarriage. I can't say for sure. That's what it was viewed as on YouTube's platform. And again, they deny it. And then within a day of that or so, they go to a conference for vloggers in Washington and they find out about the Ashley Madison dump. And it's at the conference that Sam gets into a fight with another family. And in the series, the way that it's described is that Sam got upset about this other family not supporting him, and so he had to confront them, and he wasn't acting very right. And then she admits, Nia, that they just never should have been there, and it was all out of control. The truth was, he got mad because somebody quote tweeted or liked a Twitter. Some other family vlogger liked a Twitter post about the fake pregnancy, and Sam thought that that was like the worst thing ever. So what you learn about Sam in the series is that he's very, very sensitive to what other people think about him. He's also very, very enamored with people liking him, and he wants all the attention and he wants to be famous. He literally admits he wants to be famous in the series. And I think in a way, Sam and Nia were doing this believing that people would see them as credible and sympathetic. I will admit that Nia in the series is a lot more sympathetic than Sam. And I think Nia, most viewers will say, is more sympathetic. And a lot of people will say they like Nia, but they just don't like Sam, or that they think Nia is brainwashed. Nia plays the very good role of being just like Anna Duggar. In the series, she flat out says that she spent the bulk of her marriage trying not to make him cheat on her. Like,
I love being a dad. I love my wife. It was a beautiful marriage, but it was also just like monotonous. I signed up with all my real information, which obviously was a stupid decision. I had no idea what was coming.
It was all over the media, like, what is going on?
Just such a selfish decision. I felt so humiliated.
One of her core goals in getting married to him, according to this new series, was that she was going to stop infidelity at all costs in their marriage. If you're going into a marriage and you think your goal is to stop your man from cheating, you're not with the right guy. That was like my initial reaction. And then she talked about how she would make him breakfast and lay out his clothes, and she did everything for him. She basically was admitting, I was a subservient, perfect wife, Christian wife, and he still cheated. They have a bunch of kids. They get married super young. She's 20, he's 24, and he just calls life mundane and boring. That's why he said he got involved with Ashley Madison. He said that the Ashley Madison tagline he felt was true because life was short and that there was exhilaration in cheating, and he wanted exhilaration. So he admits that he contacts all these ladies in the area, nobody follows up. Then he alludes to the fact that he met up with a woman, but then he doesn't dive into whether or not they meet up and what actually happens. And then the victimhood starts, because when the hack happens, it all turns into this massive victimness of Sam is being outed as a cheater, even though he's claiming that he never cheated. And he puts up a post on his YouTube channel arrogantly saying that God had forgiven him, his pastor had forgiven him, Nia had forgiven him, and everyone, God had forgiven him, and he had been atoned for his unfaithfulness. That video is what you saw in the very beginning of this video. In the series, Sam says that entire video is a lie. He knew it was a lie, and he just kept lying. And he said he lied to Nia even after the Ashley Madison dump happened. In the video, he claimed that he abandoned the Ashley Madison account 2 years ago. He said he had never cheated on his wife. He said that he had never been unfaithful. He had never, ever crossed those lines. And within my church, we won't be saying any more of this matter. I won't be talking to any media outlets. The only place you'll hear of this out of our mouth is here on this video, the only time. You know, this is why we need a savior. We're sinful by nature, and we do stupid things like this. And this is what the atonement's all about: forgiveness and second chances.
And I just want to add too, guys, you know, I have forgiven Sam and I stand behind him. This is in our past and it's unfortunate that it's being dug up right now, but you know, our marriage is worth fighting for and it always will be. And I just want to encourage you guys who are dealing with any kind of situation like this within your marriage to just fight for what you have. Marriage is the real deal and it's been sealed and it's worth fighting for. It always will be.
It's kind of how it's going throughout the series, right? Sam, not the most credible guy. Nia, the long-suffering wife. A lot of it kind of reminds me of if Josh Duggar and Anna were a little bit more mainstream, like Sam and Nia, and there wasn't the whole essay in the background, because Sam and Josh have very similar personalities, and Anna and Nia have very similar personalities, as far as I can tell, because, you know, Nia was pushing the whole, as long as I'm joyfully available, he will not cheat. Sam doesn't take a lot of responsibility for what he did. And instead, he just sort of blames it on the fact that his dad left him when he was 13 and he didn't have a model for how to be a dad. He didn't have a model for how to be a husband. He was bored with his life and he had too much responsibility and he was just overwhelmed with life. Yet at the same time, all of that's happening. They're getting massively famous on YouTube, and he's still, while they're massively famous on YouTube, stepping out on his wife while promoting God on their channel. In the third episode, we finally get the tea. And the tea is this. Even though Sam didn't actually cheat with anyone from the website Ashley Madison, he actually did cheat. And oh my gosh, did he cheat a lot. So he says that he has this like come to Jesus moment and claims that he has to convince Nia because he knew that he couldn't live with himself any longer with these lies. And he knew that he had lied to her about not cheating on her from during that video on YouTube where he said that she forgave him. And she even said that she forgave him. He tells her that he'd been going to strip clubs. He had been having sex outside of marriage, I guess with strippers, I don't know, or people that he's meeting at strip clubs. And he said that the sex outside of marriage was very exhilarating and it was something that he was like chasing, and he thought it was something that was like, it was like a high for him. Then he also admits to hitting on her friends. He admits to having emotional affairs with numerous women that they both know. She admits that an emotional affair that he had with one of her friends, one of her best friends, ended up with her and her best friend having a huge falling out, and that friend basically ghosting her and wanting nothing to do with her anymore. Sam admits to actually cheating a lot of sex outside of marriage, a lot of emotional cheating outside of marriage, which Nia seems to take as more offensive because love is so important to her. And she said that, you know, that intimacy that he's having with these women emotionally is almost like worse to her than the physical intimacy he was having with, I guess, the strippers. I guess they went to church and they worked with a church counselor, and now they're right with God. And so even though he cheated a lot, like a lot, she forgave him, and they are still together. And they're apparently much happier, even though if you watch their channel, just last year, he admitted to like flirting with a woman when he was in Israel, and he made a video telling her all about it, making her really scared. And now when I watch that video, I wonder if he really did sleep with her, because he also told her once before he didn't cheat on her, and he did. And he's using the series now to prove that he's redeemed. And the only thing that Sam has redeemed, in my opinion, is that now YouTube will know for a fact that he cheated on his wife a lot, had sex a lot, he went to strip clubs a lot, he had emotional affairs, and he had sexual affairs with women. And it wasn't that he has been redeemed, he just thinks he's been redeemed. And he believes that he's living in truth now, and he believes that by telling his story, other people will be redeemed, and he needs to tell everyone that he's redeemed. God moved mountains and changed his life, even though he kind of acts the exact same on his YouTube channel, and most people still find him incredibly arrogant, narcissistic, and self-serving. Anything can be gleaned from this is that the whole series is attempting to paint people like Sam as victims and trying to paint the outrage of a website where it's promoting infidelity as only people that believe in God being offended by infidelity. I actually took a lot of aim with that because I am not religious, And I find infidelity atrocious, and it's a huge breach of trust in a relationship. And infidelity isn't just because people are not offended. A lot of people aren't offended by infidelity because of religion. And speaking to it like it's only religious people that believe that being unfaithful is wrong is just the wrong narrative for this show to spin. And on top of that, painting criticism of people that cheat and destroy their families as victims of a hack and then a witch hunt makes it even less credible. It's hard to feel sorry for anyone that willingly signed up for Ashley Madison, willingly decided to cheat on their spouses, and then use the website to hurt their families, and then play the victim when their data got dumped through the hack. Ashley Madison, the website, is not the victim, and the spouses that chose to cheat on their loved ones are not the victims either. There are other couples on the series, but the predominant series focuses on Sam and Nia. And if they are the benchmark for the fact that innocent people were outed by the media, the narrative falls flat. The narrative is no one actually cheated on Ashley Madison because they used bots. So innocent men were being outed as cheaters, and it was a witch hunt. And yet Sam admits to meeting women off of the website, and he also admits to going to strip clubs, having sexual affairs, and emotional affairs. So really, it wasn't Ashley Madison that was the problem. Sam was cheating without Ashley Madison, and outside of Ashley Madison was just one vehicle he was using to cheat. And if Sam actually thinks he's going to be redeemed, it's just not going to happen. He's going to get destroyed on YouTube. And that's why I'm making this video, to prepare you. There might be a lot more Sam and Nia videos coming up soon, either from me or other creators, as all of his secrets are dumped. All right, you guys, I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Are you going to watch the series or are you going to skip it? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button on the way out, and click on the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.